Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Laurel County teacher was arrested Wednesday at school. Now she is facing drug charges. And an apartment complex near Morehead State University was damaged after a fire reportedly spread through the ventilation system.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 a.m. on November 17th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, we've had a beautiful few days. Obviously, we have been warning folks to not burn as we are in this fire season. We have seen several fires across the region, but hopefully we'll receive some rain later today and that'll solve some problems maybe for a little bit.
Yeah, I hope so. And if it doesn't today, it will next week, because we got two big cold fronts coming through in the next few days. That's going to make for a cold holiday, and we're now 6 days from Thanksgiving, if you can believe that, 1 week from Black Friday. All right, let's take a look, see what's going on out there this morning. I-75, Rockcastle County, Mount Vernon, a little bit of light traffic out there this morning. No big issues so far on the road. That's northbound I-75. We take you down to temperatures, 37 Grundy, 57 though Pikeville, 59 Jackson, 63 in Irvin, down in the Cumberland Valley, 46 Middlesboro, 59 now Somerset, and over toward Ashland it is 51. Try to give you kind of a bounce around there. 61 Paducah, 62 Carbondale, Illinois, and Owensboro. A little warm air surging in ahead of this front. 62 Cincinnati, but 47 in the Tri-Cities and 53 in Knoxville. So today's breakdown: cloudy this morning. Rain chances, though, will pick up. Much needed rain chances, and they'll be heavy at times, especially going into this afternoon. But still, that warm air surging in will get us into the mid to upper 60s there, at least briefly, this afternoon. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Brandon. Late Thursday evening, a truck crashed into a business at the Grandview Plaza Shopping Center in the Airport Gardens area of Perry County. Nobody was hurt, but officials say the crash happened at Passport Healthcare. Deputies say the driver was sober and no arrests were made. The driver told police her truck malfunctioned. There was significant damage to the front of the business. A Southern Kentucky middle school teacher is accused of shoving a police officer and drug charges during her arrest Wednesday morning. The teacher at North Laurel Middle School is facing 4 different charges. Police say she did not cooperate with them while they were investigating the drug-related complaint on school grounds. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on the claims.
The teacher is Melissa Ann Neely. She was arrested about 9:54 on Wednesday morning, charged with numerous offenses, 4 different charges based on her alleged behavior, as well as what police say they found in her purse and in her car. A search warrant turned up pill bottles that police say contained the improper medication for a controlled substance, along with pill crushers and plates with a white powdery residue on them. They also say they found a straw with the white powder residue inside it. Police say while investigating this, Neely disobeyed the officers and continued on despite being told numerous times not to enter a hallway. That's when the officers say she pushed her way through the officer and then was put in handcuffs and arrested. Police say her actions created a hazardous and physically offensive condition that served no legitimate purpose. Neely is scheduled to be in court tomorrow morning in Laurel County District Court. We did call the jail to see if she'd like to talk to us about these offenses, but she said she did not want to. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
All right, thank you, Phil. The Laurel County Board of Education released a statement that says they take all reports of reported personnel misconduct seriously, and they follow applicable district policies and procedures when responding to and investigating complaints. They also say there was never any threat to students or staff. We have the complete statement on WYMT.com. And we have some breaking news right now out of Perry County. A house fire that resulted in 4 departments responding is now contained. WYMT's Madison Carmouche was at the scene.
Multiple fire agencies responded to a call after learning that 3 people were trapped inside of a burning house in Lost Creek. Now, after battling that fire all morning so far, they have contained the fire and those 3 people have made it out safely. The family says the fire started at approximately 3 a.m. and they were not sure what caused it. Lost Creek, Watts Caney, and Chavez fire departments were on the scene with Feisty on the way. Kentucky State Police were also present at the fire. But we will keep you up to date as we learn more. Now back to you.
All right, thank you, Madison, and thank you for your work tonight. Fire crews are still at the scene battling the remainder of the structure fire. Firefighters battled an apartment fire in Moorhead yesterday. The fire was at Town Place Apartments in downtown Moorhead near campus. Officials say the fire started in the ventilation system and then spread through that. The right side of the building had some apartments damaged. The Red Cross is helping those living there. An emergency order was issued temporarily restricting campfires in the Daniel Boone National Forest. This does not include developed campground and picnic areas as long as you follow certain guidelines. More than a dozen forest fires were burning Thursday. The Division of Forestry is getting help from firefighters from multiple other states to help contain the fires. 32 counties are now under 24-hour burn bans. Burning is banned for all Kentucky counties between 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening through mid-December. Governor Andy Beshear addressed the fire response. Governor Andy Beshear provided an update on those forest fires in the state yesterday. During his Team Kentucky update, the governor said at that time there were 14 active fires, down from 31 compared to last Thursday. 38 fires have been contained. That is up from 36 the week before. And since November 3rd, fires have scorched more than 30,000 acres across the state. A business in Elkhorn City was left in ashes Thursday after an overnight fire. Ducker's Barn and Grill was a family-owned restaurant that provided its community a place for food, fun, and fellowship. Firefighters fought the flames overnight and into the afternoon, but the building was destroyed. They say it is a shame to see the community staple lost to the fire.
As a family that started it, everybody knows them. It was a great place to be, and it became really popular. They had great food, and I know it's really going to be missed for the time that it's gone, and I really, really hope to see it come back.
The cause of the fire is still unknown. Bell County High School administrators had grief counselors at the school to help students impacted by the deadly crash that killed one student. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox talked to the medical director of outpatient behavioral health services at Baptist Health Corbin about helping yourself and others through grief.
Police say one student is dead and another is in critical condition following a deadly crash on U.S. Highway 25. Student Kaylee Inman died as a result of the crash. Administrators are honoring her with a memorial and offering grief counselors to students impacted. Jonathan Martin with Baptist Health Corbin says communication is key through grief.
Talking to people, communicating with others, getting your feelings out. It's okay to cry. It's okay to express it. And sometimes just being able to let loose with someone else.
Not just at school, but students may need help at home as they process what happened. Martin says to let them take control of how they want to recover.
I recommend just letting them kind of direct the conversation and going with them in that. You don't have to go into more detail than they ask for, and you don't have to go through, more advanced topics.
Bell County High School administrators say they are working to help Inman's family with funeral costs. They say you can contact the school to find ways to help. In Bell County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
On social media, officials with the school identified Alan Buell as the other student who was severely injured in the crash. International Business Machines, or IBM, is using their technology to expand climate research throughout the country. The company announced they would be teaming up with the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign to research flash flooding in the Appalachian Mountains. The study will focus specifically on Kentucky, West Virginia, and North Carolina, and use artificial intelligence to help predict rainfall and flash flooding.
I think the most important thing is to be able to bring science to everyday life and really make it work, right? And so if we just keep our methods and our discoveries in the office at the university, and it's, you know, the impact is not there. So I'm really excited about that.
Officials with IBM say that if you're interested in being part of that study, you can head to ibm.com/impact. Today is the last day of the Big Blue Crush Blood Drive. The annual event is hosted by the Kentucky Blood Center. So far, the blood drive pits Kentucky against Tennessee to see which state can donate the most blood. As of yesterday evening, Kentucky was ahead of Tennessee by just 97 donors. For more information about how you can donate blood today, visit WYMT.com and search for Big Blue Crush.
6:10 here on this Friday morning. We continue to track some clouds, but not a whole lot of rain just yet. A few sprinkles back over toward parts of western Kentucky, I-75, I-64 corridors. I-75, I-65 corridors there this morning, but not quite to us across here in the mountains. Temperatures still kind of all over the place. 37 Grundy, 63 Irvin. That's it. That's only 60 in the region now, so everybody else is in the 50s and 40s this morning. So a little cooler out there ahead of some warm air in front of that front. Cloudy skies, maybe some scattered chances for rain a little bit later on. Those will pick up this afternoon and could be heavy at times as we top out right around 66 today. Olivia.
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Museums across the country are pulling exhibits of human remains from their collections. We take a look at what is behind that decision.